Hi everyone, welcome to Eden's Secret. Today we are making Angel Aura soap. I've actually increased my batch size. I've halved it again. My usual batch size makes 2 loaves, but I've increased it by a half to make an extra loaf from now on, because I seem to be getting through these loaves so quickly. No sooner have I made them, they're gone, then I'm making it again. But I do want to keep my batch sizes small. I don't want to make great big batches or anything like that. So the most beautiful fragrance is Aura from Soap Supplier. It's an excellent copy of the original Thierry Mugler fragrance of the same name, Aura, and I know that because I wear the perfume. It's an excellent copy. The only thing with it, it does discolour a little bit. I'm going to be using green 210G. This will be for the topping. Orange 220Q, that'll be for the base and some of the roses on the top. And the pink 201P, all from Mineral Makeup Ingredients. Again, this will just be for the roses on the topping. So what I wanted to do was I just wanted to show you how I worked out how to increase my batch size, and then I ran it through a soap calculator to make sure it was correct. So my usual measurement of all my oils is 3600 grams. So what I did is 3600, I divided that by 2, which is 1800, and then I added the 3600 back onto it, which gave me a total oil weight of 5400. And then I did the same with my lye and my water. So my lye is 550 grams, divide that by 2 and then add 550 to it, gives me 825 grams of sodium hydroxide. And then I did the same with my water, so 700 grams of water I usually use, divide that by 2 equals, add 700 equals 1050 grams of water. Dead easy. So that's how I did it, and then I ran it through a lye calculator just to make sure. I know it's fine, but I just wanted to make sure, and that's how to do it if you want to increase your batch size. Of course, if you want to double it, you just double it. So it's given me a very full pan to work with, and unless I got any larger containers I couldn't increase my batch anyway. Right, I'm just going to separate off some soap into this jug, and this is what I'm going to use for the topping. I don't want any titanium dioxide or anything in it. I know I need at least 1 kilo for the piping on the top. Hopefully I've got enough there. Now, I don't usually put titanium dioxide in with this fragrance, but I am actually going to, just because it does discolour a bit. The first time I ever used it, I put titanium dioxide in it, in the fragrance, and that was for my Comfort and Joy soap at Christmas, and it didn't discolour at all. Now obviously I've bought new bottles of fragrance since then, so I don't know if the recipe's changed a little bit and that's why it's discolouring, or did it always discolour, but because I put titanium dioxide it didn't. So I'm actually going to put titanium dioxide in today. So I've got 2 teaspoonfuls dispersed into water. And then you remember when I mixed up my colour before, a few weeks ago, and I put the lid on and I said, oh, we'll come back to that and I'll just be able to use that later. Well, I'm still able to use it, so I'm just mixing it back in. And I'm going to add some into there, like so, and just mix it until it's exactly the right colour. Looks like I need a lot more actually. Right, that's right. Now we're ready for the fragrance. Beautiful smell. All right, now it's time to pour. Okay, so we're going to mix up some colours. I'm going to take the orange first of all and put a tablespoonful of the orange in there. Just rinse it. I haven't fully washed it off because I'm going to be dipping it in the green now. And then some of the pink into the one in the centre. And then I'm going, gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil into each one. I love that rich green olive oil, extra virgin. Make sure you pop the lids back on everything so they don't get spilt. And then take this mixer and give them a mix up. I don't know, these mixers are a bit not always great at working. Useless they are. What I'd really like is a small hand blender. If anybody knows where to get one, let me know in the comments below. Maybe twice the size of these tiny ones, but it needs to be a bit stronger than what these are. Take the pink and do the same. It's almost like they don't like to spin for very long. Come on, absolutely useless. The other one I had, I'd put it in the sink by accident, so I bought this. But, oh, it's so sporadic, it's so annoying. Absolutely pathetic. So I don't suggest buying one of these, it's useless. The mixture is quite thick, but that's not why it's spinning, because I've tried it quite a few times, and sometimes it spins and sometimes it doesn't, even when it's not in some mixture like this. Absolutely pathetic. And that's going to go in the bin. It's absolutely crap. Right, one more little tip for you. Because this fragrance discolours slightly, I don't want any fragrance in the topping. And because I'm not putting any fragrance in the topping, and I actually have no super fat in my soap, I'm going to add some more olive oil to the mix. So I'm just going to substitute the amount of fragrance that I would use, which is about 25 grams. I'm just going to put that into the soap, so the piping on the top is the same density as the bottom. And that's because sometimes if you don't do something like that, you might find that the topping is a little bit harder than what's on the bottom. So that's the reason I'm doing it. You don't have to do it, but it's just a suggestion. Right, so let's split our soap batter into three. Not 3 equal parts though, because the green will be leaves only, so I don't need as much of the green as I do with the other two colours. So that might do for the green. And then equal parts for the other two colours. Because we have pink roses and orange roses for this one. So let me just check the measurements. My eyes are terrible these days. I'm just going to have to put them side by side and check that way. Yeah, that'll about do. So I'm just going to start off by adding some of the green to that container. Have to come back to those. I'm just going to check the density of the colour. Now it's going to take quite some time for these colours to thicken up, ready to pipe. So what I'll do is I'll start making another soap while I'm waiting for these ones. And the reason it's going to take them ages to thicken up is because they don't have any fragrance in them at all. So it could take hours and hours before they're ready to pipe. But I'll check the time now and I'll let you know when we come back how long it's been for those to thicken up. Okay, it's time to pipe now. So I've got a bag of pink and I've got a bag of orange. I've also got a bag of green for the leaves. So using the Wilton 1M, we're just going to pipe roses all the way down one side with the pink. Every time I turn the camera on, John starts banging upstairs. Always best when you're piping on a soap that's set, let your soap in your bag be a little more fluid than you would generally want it for piping, because we're just piping flat. We're not trying to pipe up like this into a peak. It can be more fluid when you're doing it that way. Right, now for the orange. So we're just going to do exactly the same down the other side. So do you have a guilty pleasure? What's a guilty pleasure? Well, it's something that you like that you might be embarrassed to admit. And my guilty pleasure this summer has been Love Island, Australia. I don't know if it's a repeat, because I can't quite work out if it's being filmed, if it's just being filmed now. How have they managed it with the coronavirus issue? So I'm guessing it's a repeat. So as I'm filming this, I've just found out this morning that Grant and Taylor have won, and I have to say I'm absolutely chuffed that they won. That's who I wanted to win. I had originally wanted Erin and Eden to win, but I started to dislike Eden when I just think he's a bit of a bully and a hard man, so he's kind of spoilt it for Erin. Otherwise, I think they probably would have won. I think she was great. But the story of Taylor and Grant, you could absolutely tell that they were really, really, really into each other. So they deserve to win. Right, I've got a leaf tip here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pipe leaves in all of the little gaps. I'm not filling all the gaps in just yet in case I haven't got enough batter in this piping bag. So I'm afraid I don't know what the number of this nozzle is, the piping tip, but I'll find one that's similar and I'll put it in the description box below. And if you haven't seen my videos before, all links to everything I can manage to tell you about equipment, ingredients, etc. are all in the description box below the video. If you're on a desktop, you just click show more. If you're on an iPad or a phone, there's a little arrow under the video. Just click on that. A box will fling open and everything you need to know should show up there for you. I often forget that a lot of people watch on iPads and phones, especially phones these days. I tend to always watch on a desktop. I like the bigger screen and so yeah, Love Island. I haven't watched that many of them over the years. I've watched about 4 of them. Tried to get into the British one this winter, but I just couldn't. I don't know whether it was because it was on in the winter or what, because it is very much a summer TV show to me. So which country are you in? Let me know if you have Love Island there. I'll be interested to know. If you don't know what it is, it's a TV show about people falling in love. They go in blindly and they get paired up from the day they go in. Some people don't stay together, some do. Most of them though, I definitely think most of them are just in there to further their careers, and they'll do anything to stay in, basically. Probably all of them are a bit like that. Everybody wants to be famous nowadays. I mean, when I was young, I wanted to be. I definitely don't now. Why do I do videos? Well, basically, the reason I started doing videos was just to promote my business. I honestly didn't know if anybody would even watch. I remember thinking, like, I remember John saying as well, like, who would want to watch you doing that? Mind, when I started making soap and selling it, he said, who's gonna buy that? How wrong he was. Okay, here we are before the cut. Don't they look so beautiful? I think the pink, orange and green just look so lovely together. And then obviously the bottom is just dead plain. So let's cut these beauties, shall we? So what were we talking about yesterday when I made this? We were talking about Love Island. And now that the show is finished, I've done a search. And I can see that the Love Island Australia I'm watching is actually from 2 years ago. None of the couples is together anymore. And it's so weird, like Grant seems so, I know it didn't start off well for him, but towards the end he seems so in love with Taylor, and then he gets out and he's actually got a girlfriend. And come on, what's all that about? It just proves what I was saying yesterday, that people will do anything to be famous. And Erin and Eden saying, oh, he wants to marry Erin and everything, and I don't think they lasted many weeks after they got out either. And I looked at Erin's Instagram, and she had absolutely beautiful face, but she's done the fillers. And she's had the lips plumped up and plumped up and plumped up and plumped up. She doesn't look anything like she did. I mean, you can tell it's her, obviously. But she spoiled herself. I mean, she looked so lovely before, and now she's got the great big massive lips. Nothing wrong with a bit of filler. But she looked far better before. Of course, everyone is entitled to do what they want in life, aren't they? I'm not saying filler can't work, but just they go too far with it. And there we are, all pretty and perfect and trimmed up and ready to go on the curing racks. I hope you've enjoyed this video, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, if you buy anything from Eden Secret, or if you make any products that are similar to the ones that I've made in this video, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll have another video for you very, very soon, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye for now.